were gonna say that your lyric Haley in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
It should be Katie in Toronto. We thought maybe Laura, but it doesn't.
Katie could have worked.
Some people have asked me, they're like, "Is it Katie from Toronto?" I was like, "No."
It could have been Katie.
Yeah, it could have been Katie.
The Haley came to mind. Like I actually said it off the top of my head when I was writing the song in the booth when I was trying to come up with the lyric, not thinking that I would keep it, and we ended up keeping it. But I think that it had that hanging with Haley, like the H's had a little ring to it. So Haley won out. But it could have been Katie.
We were just happy that Toronto was mentioned, right?
Oh, yeah.
we got our shout out.
Yeah. No, it's been cool to see the reaction when we come up and play that song and that line.
And every Sam Hunt Haley fan is like, "Oh my God, it's me! I'm in the condo." Exactly.
So we're your last interview of the day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what have you not been asked that you want us to ask you?
Oh, let's see. That's a tough question.
What haven't you talked about yet?
I wouldn't say I'm an open book, but y'all are welcome to ask anything you'd like. I can't think of anything that maybe hasn't been covered yet. We've talked about touring, and which we've had a blast this summer on the road with George Burge and Russell Dickerson.
Yes.
My babiys. I got my 2-year-old and my 9-month-old. Yeah, they've been out all summer.
Oh my gosh.
And even last summer, before my little boy got here, my wife and little girl were out with me. So it's turned into like a traveling family band situation. We're having a lot of fun.
it.
But we did, like this morning, we went out to a great little French brunch place, and it's those little little outings that have been special during the day. I'm not just sitting around on the bus. I'm hanging out with, we're Googling places, museums, and parks and places to go hang out. So I'm living a fuller life, no doubt, on the road.
I feel like your wife will find all the good spots.
Yeah.
Sure. She nailed it. She's hit and miss. I should probably have a better batting average when I get on there to look for places.
Because you travel so much.
Yeah, and you just don't you learn what to look for. But she nailed it this morning. It's a great spot.
When your kids do grow up, do you want them to follow in your footsteps if they do have the musical genius that you have?
Well, I wouldn't call it that, but I would. I want to encourage them if their heart's in it and they feel like that's a path that they would like to go down. But I will be real with them, and I think it will depend on their, I don't want to call it potential necessarily, but it's a divine thing. If it feels like God has ordained it for them, and I can sense that, I will of course be encouraging, but at the same time I'll be a responsible parent.
And you'll give your expertise on it.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, when you look at all of your #1 songs, we've been following you since day one. What is #1 in your eyes?
Early on, when making it in music was just a dream that it was hard to tell whether it was something that was could be a reality or not. So having a song recorded by an artist early on, Kenny Chesney recorded a song I'd written called "Come Over." That was a huge moment for me because the dream on the mountain became tangible for a minute, and it helped get my foot in the door, and was really just the first domino of many that have fallen since that have led to being here tonight. So that one holds a special place in my heart, I would say.
Well, you've obviously, and just like you said, you're living the dream job now, your dream career. What job did you have before that led you up to this? And maybe weren't so as glamorous.
Yeah, let's see. I worked for a moving company my first summer in college, and that woke me up. Yeah. I started studying hard.
That's a very physical job.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't be hungover for that.
Yeah.
No, it was rough all summer. I did it for about 2 months.
Okay.
And it was like 2 or 3 houses a day.
That is a lot, because who likes moving?
It's
I'm
the
moving,
worst.
and I
It's
didn't even
the
ask
worst.
Katie, because I'm like, you can't ask people after 20.
That's true. You should tell my buddy Bobo that.
Let him know.
Yeah.
A lot of your friends have opened up bars on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that? And what would you call it?
No. I've never had any interest in getting in the bar business.
Okay.
That's
I like to play music in them, but I just, that's just not my world.
What would you do outside of music?
If you
could
see
do a
something
different path.
outdoor. I love being outside, the outdoors. The nightlife world is, that's where I've made a living for a lot of years. But I think I haven't had my fill because I still enjoy playing these festivals.
Yeah.
But, I probably
is
had
more
my fill of
daylight.
late night
Yeah,
walks. Yeah, that's right.
So on Sam Hunt's bucket list, what's next for you? Personally, professionally?
We're wrapping up the tour here before too much longer. I'm looking forward to 2 weeks in Canada here coming up this fall, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, you're coming to London.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. We're finishing there in
But you're
London.
not coming to Toronto.
We
guess not.
We
Well,
were
we were there last
very
year.
yeah, but
Which
we
was
were
just
upset
a
about
in and
that.
out thing. We're doing a whole stretch across the
Right.
whole country this year, but yeah, but we'll be back to Toronto because Toronto
Okay, good.
that was
Yeah.
the best shows
Hey,
I'm from
last time we were.
Yeah. We're gonna play a quick game of famous friends. Are you
Okay.
up for it? All right.
Yeah.
You want to start us off?
Sure. What famous friend would you not trust to babysit your kids?
Oh, that's a tough one. Not trust. Let's see. All the youngsters that are running around wild, acting untrustworthy, I'm not really tight with them. So all my buddies are like kind of settled now. So I can't answer that
All right.
because I don't have any irresponsible buddies right
All
now.
right. What famous friend would you call at 2 a.m. when you're in trouble? We're stumping
Kip
him.
Moore. I was just
Okay.
talking to Kip Moore a minute ago, and
All right.
he's a
He's got your back.
a discipline.
Got your back.
Yeah, I can count on Kip.
You have a lot of guys opening up for you right now, George Burge. But who would you love to open up for right now? Like, who are you loving?
Not to get the same answer again, but I was just talking to Kip about how well they've been doing in South Africa, and he was like, "Come on, we'll carry you over there. You can open up for us." And I was like,
All right.
Well, let's go,
all
South
right, we might
Africa.
have to put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which famous friend would give you the best fashion advice?
Best fashion advice.
Although you're pretty fashionable.
Well, I'm a dad now. Maybe Ernest.
Oh, we love him.
He likes the
He likes to let loose with the fashion.
Yeah, he's got his own thing.
Yeah.
He's got a sensitivity for it, you can tell.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And who would you love to collaborate with that you haven't yet?
I'm gonna do another double answer, but Ernest, we've been trying to come up with a
Ernest,
song
good.
to do together forever. We've been writing buddies for a long time, and it's just when you're buddies like that, you want to wait for the right one, or at least that's the way I am. So
It'll come.
It makes it harder, but maybe it'll show up at some point.